Good afternoon. You may realise from the early part of this film that we are not in Dorset. This is something different today. Today I am in the Lake District, and we started this walk from Elter Water, wonderful village which we absolutely love. And the Dorset Rambler and son, Paul, are in the Lake District for a week walking holiday. So this is our second or third walk. It is mid-September, which is unusual for us because we normally come kind of during, well, it's been June and July recent years. So it's nice to come at kind of beginning of autumn. And today we're on a fairly shortish 7 or 8 mile walk. This should be around Little Langdale and Elter Water, and it takes in some really lovely things and some interesting bits and some amazing Lake District scenery. So I'm looking forward to this one, and hope you're going to follow me. I will tell you more as we go, and I'll put up a map. I know it's not Dorset, but I'll put up a map so you can see where I'm going. So stay with me, it promises to be amazing. So the good thing with this walk is that we start off nice and flat, and that's kind of nice really. But there's plenty of high ground around us. Lochrig Fell is the tall one over there, and over this way, further over, would be the Langdale Pikes, a very special place for us. Paul has got the route. That's the other good thing. I don't have to route find. Got somebody to do it for me. My Sherpa and guide. So as you can see, we are following a river which is Great Langdale Beck, and we'll be following this for probably a mile or two, I think, till we reach a place called Skelwith Bridge next to Skelwith Force, which is a waterfall. And in fact on this route, circular route, 7 or 8 mile route, we will pass 2 waterfalls. We also pass some quarries that we'll go in. We also pass and cross a very ancient bridge that goes back to the 17th century. And what else will we see? Oh, there is a barn. Well, we're hoping there's a barn halfway round that you can go in and help yourself to tea and cakes. And we stopped there. We discovered it a year ago, and we stopped there on the way in the middle of a walk, and it was absolutely pounding down with rain, so it was a really welcome break to go in and have a cup of tea and a cake out of the rain. In fact, we came back along this route on that day, and it was absolutely pouring with rain when we came along here. So today is very different. And these fells look very different than they did first thing this morning, where they were completely shrouded in mist, with the sun coming up as well. It's been an amazing morning. I was out with the camera first thing to get some photographs with the mist in the valley and the bright sunshine coming up. It's absolutely amazing this morning. I might put up a picture or two here just so you can see what it was like. So as we get further along this river, the mountains behind us reveal themselves. So in the distance is the Langdale Pikes, which is a regular walk of ours up over there, and a place which is very special in our hearts, because we used to camp every year. We used to camp in a National Trust campsite below the Langdale Pikes at the end of Great Langdale. I like it.
Have you got it?
So look at this. This is actually, can you see a tree in that? Climb up, that looks for all the world like a tree. What it is actually is a tree root, because it's collapsed. This is where it was, and the tree has collapsed. So this is the other side of that root. That's even taken part of the concrete path with it. Right, let's just take a little detour down to the river edge. Ah, how about that for a view? So this is Elter Water, and across there is the Langdale Pikes. That is amazing. A totally awesome view. This Lake District scenery is just truly mesmerising. This lovely still glassy river, or presumably still Elter Water Lake. Langdale Pikes follow us. Just look at that and see why we like coming to the Lake District. As much as I love Dorset, this is so beautiful. Mind you, they still have cows even in the Lake District. I'll have to say it's predominantly sheep. And we like sheep. So we actually go over the bridge on our route, but this is a short detour to take in Skelwith Force. This is our first waterfall of the walk, and it's just down here. Ah, risk of death. What a warning notices, and it's quite noisy. Right, we've backtracked crossed over the bridge and we're heading up into the woods. And in theory it should get a bit quieter now, not because we're leaving the waterfall behind, which was extremely noisy, but because the track we've been on, being very flat and following the Great Langdale Beck and Elter Water, it's quite a popular walk. So you get quite a lot of people walking that bit, but we're now moving off of the main way and going out slightly more into the wilderness, so it should get a bit quieter in terms of people. Although you can still hear the waterfall, it's down to our left. Yeah, amazing waterfall, amazing amount of water going over that, so I guess must have had a fair bit of rain up here. So we still got the view. You can see Langdale Pikes are over here. You can see Pavey Ark, Harrison Stickle. Such a great view. So this view follows us really today, or we follow this view. Just awesome. Pretty amazing footpath to walk, eh? Doesn't get much better than this, does it? Over in the field over here, they were just herding sheep with a sheepdog. Just missed them, unfortunately. We weren't far enough on to be able to film it. Well, this is, aside from a lovely cottage, the barn where you can get a cup of tea. Oh, well, there's no sign of any tea or cakes, so has it gone? That's a shame if it has, because I was looking forward to a cup of tea and cakes. There are so many good paths on this walk. It's like somebody's hedge cutting over there, so even when you're in the country you get noise. Wow, it's a nice spot for a cottage over there. More gates, please. I'm a fan of gates. Partly because it saves me having to scramble up over a stiles. Lambs out, keep to path. No dogs allowed. Good job we haven't got one then. And it's another stile. This is a bit of a different one. Oop. Oh, photographer at work. Squeeze. it's another lovely path. Ah, we love gates. We love gates. We love gates. Oh, fan styles. So still the Langdale pikes are following us, and yeah, it's a very special place. Great Langdale Valley and Langdale Pike, special place for us, because Paul and I have been coming here for more years than I can remember. Not necessarily every year, we've had a gap when for various reasons, I think, but yeah, we used to camp there way back. I think Paul was, I don't know, probably young teen, or was it even pre-teen maybe, and we were camping in our blob tent. That's what we called it, blob tent, at the end of the Langdale Valley. So we've been coming here ever since, for years and years, for a week at a time, camping, B&B or whatever. And it's a magic place with loads of fantastic memories for us. What's he taking a photograph of now? Oh, look at the view. Awesome.
Big mountains up there. I don't know.
What is it?
I don't know.
Ah, you don't know what that mountain is. It's funny because we see these mountains all the time, but when you see them from a different angle, you don't necessarily recognize them. But that's quite high. That's fantastic, isn't it? That's a nice place to live. I think I could probably put up with living there.
Fairfield.
Ah, right.
It's the one straight ahead.
The pointy one. Straight ahead then is Fairfield. We've walked that.
Helvellyn's just round to the left, but you could see it from the start up there, I think.
Ah, so we've got Helvellyn in view as well. Fairfield we have walked many years ago. We did the Fairfield Horseshoe and went over the top of Fairfield. I remember that. So that down there is a river. So we're quite high up. I'm not sure what river that is. It'll come to me in a minute. Hi. Yes, it's the River Brathay, and our next waterfall is on the River Brathay. So that's called Colwith Force, and we will come to that shortly. And we've got to do a steep drop down here. Got that for a view and a path. Amazing. The river's down here through the trees. Fantastic. Look at the light coming through these trees. Amazing, isn't it? It's just it takes your breath away. It really does. More stiles. Too much. At least these ladder styles, look, we get steps to go up of these, which makes life a bit easier. Just out on the road briefly before we cross over and think and carry on along the countryside. And that is a beautiful tree. Gate Appreciation Society. This is where we turn off again. Short walk on the road that was. Lovely bit of light coming down through there. Ah, Colwith Force. So I can hear noise, and it's growing. Here we are. Colwith Force. Another amazing waterfall. So someone's just gone in the little hut over there. You can see the lights on. Sure what that is, something to do with water quality or the flow or something. Not quite sure what it is, but it's at the bottom of the waterfall, which is up there. That's pretty amazing. So just thinking about this, there is a pipe behind the stone hut and a pipe in front of it, so we're thinking maybe that's some kind of turbine. Maybe the water is diverted from the top of the waterfall to generate a bit of electricity. Don't know. Oh. Tripping over rocks because I'm not focusing what I'm doing. Anyway, that was a detour to explore, so we're now heading back to the main track again. Right, and here we go, steps. I think one of the benefits of walks like this is the varied terrain, because these woods are absolutely beautiful. So we've seen two waterfalls, we've had riverside, lakeside walks, we've had woodland walks. There's just so much of interest on this, and we've got some historic stuff to come, and a quarry, old quarry, which is amazing too. So I'm looking forward to filming that and taking you there. But these steps are very welcome. They're quite slippery in here. I think we might be able to get to near the top of the waterfall as well and see that, if I remember rightly. This. A valuable piece of wood. So I think we're near the top of the waterfall now. surface water here. So we've got some nice stepping stones. Oop. So we come off road, we're just exploring a little bit. So we're going to climb up on top of this thing, because our route actually follows a little bit of road. It is quiet road. Don't get much on it apart from the odd bike or two. In fact, we've cycled it, in fact. But we're kind of looking to see if we could get through off-road rather than go out onto the road. So we're going to climb up here and have a look. Oh, steep though. Amazing. So this is the view from the top of this little crag. Langdale Pikes is kind of in the distance, and Bow Fell. This here is Lingmore Fell, which is another wonderful walk which we did a couple of years ago. Lovely farmhouse in the valley. And over here we've got Fairfield up in there. Can't remember all the others.
Helvellyn's over in the distance.
Oh yeah.
Fairfield is this one.
And the reason we know this is because we are extremely skilled and memorable at identifying mountains. Plus the fact that Paul's got an app on his phone which actually tells you what you're looking at. But we'll edit that bit out. Amazing view. Is worth climbing up here. It's spectacular. That's where we were just now, down there, walking along the path. An amazing day, and the sun still burning away brightly. And I don't know what's this side, to be truthful, because we haven't ID'd these, but there's more mountains this side. The old man of Coniston would be this way somewhere, I think, but probably way in the distance. Oh, and there's us down in the valley. Well, you won't see us waving, but we're down there, shadows.
You know, at night when we were down looking down over Stickle Barn and all that.
Oh yes.
Amazing.
Yeah, yep. So we're briefly out on the road, but look at this, we've still got the views. There's Lingmore Fell over the road there. Which is ultimately we're heading over that. But having said that, we're not going to go over the high part. I think we're going over one end or the other. Can't remember which end yet. Another beautiful Lake District valley, and this is Little Langdale. And this is a wonderful road. And the good thing is the only traffic is usually cyclists. In fact, we've cycled this. The last couple of years we've hired bikes for a day, and it's been absolutely brilliant. E-bikes, I have to say. I wouldn't want to cycle this without some kind of electric power, because it would be hard work for my elderly legs. Oh, and I'm in the lead for once. That's unusual. All must be taking a picture. Oh, in fact, I can't even see him. I've lost my guide. Actually, he's not only my guide. When I get even older, he's going to be my Sherpa and carry everything, so I'm not laden down with anything. That'll be when I'm about 90. Chick, 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 chicken, lay a little egg for me. So not only chickens, but cows as well. Young ones by the looks. Belted Galloways, I think. A wonderful valley. So we've reached Little Langdale Quarries, and these are really interesting. And our entryway in is via this tunnel. Need to duck down a bit in here. Right, I've got my iPhone torch out. I don't know if that's going to do any good. That's where we've come from. That's
see where they've drilled the shot holes.
Yeah, that's right.
All these.
Yeah.
This is cool, isn't it?
Yeah. It's already creating its own forms.
Yeah.
Got some mini stalactites, have we? Maybe not. Of course, if I thought ahead, I would have brought a proper torch, because I've got one. But I didn't think of it this morning when we set out. Not sure it's going to come back in the video at all. Relic of quarrying. And the end is in sight. Right. Yep. This is the quarry, and that's where we've just come out of. Look at the beautiful colours here, where the water's been running down. Oh, that's a struggle. This magnificent cliff face, trees growing around the top. And this is a well-known place. This is known as Cathedral Cavern. Really impressive. Even more impressive when you stand down the bottom, which we will do in a minute, because we'll go down there. There's another entrance. Yeah, okay. There's another entrance over there, which is very watery. Over there is the entrance we were at just now, Cathedral Cavern, or Cathedral Chamber they call it. And this is a massive great hole. But actually, in order to get down, we have to go up. You can't actually see any way of getting down into the Cathedral Cavern without going up and round the top. So that's where we're going. That's not an easy way to get out, as you can see. Now we're going to scramble up this rock in order to find the path upwards. So we've come down and we're out on now onto kind of top of the spoil heap, I suppose this would be. You can see down into the valley again. And there's various remnants of buildings up here from mining days. Look at that for a view. Isn't that magnificent? Ideal for photography again. Isn't that totally awesome? The evening light spreading down through the little Langdale Valley in the Lake District. Absolutely fantastic. We better crack on, because we're going to lose the light if we're not careful. And we haven't finished walking yet. And here you can see a relic, but I'm sure that must be a more modern relic, I don't know. In the distance, I think, is Little Langdale Tarn, I think. Anyway, we're heading down. This is interesting. Somebody's done quite a lot of artistic work here in the quarry. Glorious evening light again. Right, let's head down and take a look from the bottom of Cathedral Cavern. Little Langdale Quarries, often known as Cathedral Quarry because of the spectacular cathedral cave that we saw just now. Industrial landscape. And the entrance is another mine tunnel. And a damp one. This is Cathedral Quarry or Cathedral Cavern. And that is where we were just now, looking down through that. This is a totally awesome place. Really well worth a visit if anyone watching this is ever in the Lake District. This is a really cool place to come. Right, we are heading back out now, back through the tunnel. Right into the light of day again. Look at the light coming through this valley and on that hillside over there. Absolutely beautiful. I just love it. Now we have got to cross the River Brathay in order to climb up the ridge to the other side and drop back down into Elterwater. And to get over the river we have to cross a bridge which Alfred Wainwright described as the most picturesque footbridge in the Lakeland. And he wasn't wrong. It is a beautiful bridge. This is Slater Bridge. Which is in fact a packhorse bridge dating from the 17th century. And this is it. And this is the River Brathay and Slater Bridge, and it's made, well, parts of it. This is the humpy back part. Parts of it are made by slate using natural rock supports in the middle of the river. And apparently it's thought to have been built by and for quarrymen to enable the quarry workers to come from their cottages and cross the river in order to get to the quarries, which we just looked at, which are up in the trees here. And this is famous, this bridge. In fact, we are really fortunate that we are arriving here at the end of the day with this amazing light, and there's no one here, because normally you don't get to film this bridge without lots of people on it, because it is a bit of a tourist spot, because people like to come and paddle in the river and picnic on the hillside. It's a very popular spot. But yeah, this bridge here is just amazing. I think that's been since the 17th century. That is amazing that it's still going strong, and we're still crossing it today in 2024 in the middle of September. Just spectacular. And we're going to lose the sun soon, as you can see. It's going to drop behind the hill. And that is the beautiful Slater Bridge. Oh, that's me. Can't get my shadow out of the picture. But that's amazing, that thin piece of slate. And another thin piece of slate there. And then we've got the humpyback, wonderful humpyback bridge the other side. Three spans to get across this rather lovely, picturesque river. Across Little Langdale. Wonderful place. Yeah, it's hard to get a decent bit of filming here. The light is so strong and low. But there you go. Wonderful. We need to crack on or we're going to lose the light. If we can get round this boggy bit. Look at that. The end of the day's light. That's the, I don't know if it'll come out on the film very well, but we're now looking down on Slater's Bridge. We're just taking a slight detour to get a higher view. And look at that. Isn't that absolutely awesome? Little Langdale Valley, with the sun about to disappear behind the mountains in the distance. Boy, it's good to be out at this time of the night with this kind of light. And hardly any wind today, no rain, not much cloud. And we're in the Lake District, just about the wettest place in the UK. So we are very blessed to be up here and get it in these sort of conditions. Amazing. Right, we've got to head up this way anyway, because we've still got walking to do. We've got to climb over the next ridge yet. Whoa! Well, the last dregs of sunlight clipping the top of the mountains over there. You can see the sun is now gone behind the ridge. And the valley is now in shade. So fortunately, we have to cross this, but we don't cross the high bit. We cross over here, which is the lowest part, and then the other side of that we just drop down into Elter Water and back to our starting point. And Paul's gone on ahead. That's a lovely English pastoral scene. This is a little gem at the end of the day. Look what we found. Is there any here? There is. Homemade cake. What have we got? Bakewell. Oh, lemon drizzle. Ah, cool. And hot drinks. I can feel a snack coming on. So 2 hot teas and 4 slices of cake. But we're not drinking or eating. We're not eating all of them today. That's some of that's for tomorrow. We're not that greedy. And that's not bad, is it? In the middle of nowhere. Now, isn't it strange when food becomes involved, you gain friends very quickly. Where's he gone? Hello, Clucky. I think he wants my cake. Ah, this is really nice. Look at that lemon drizzle cake, and it is brilliant. Well, that was amazing. It's probably the best lemon cake I think we've ever had.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's really light.
Yeah.
But it's really lemony, because quite often they don't taste lemony enough, do they?
No, absolutely.
It is sometimes with the sugar.
Yeah.
The rest of it isn't, so that was amazing.
So if anyone from the farm is watching this, our compliments to the chef. And it was extremely welcome at the end of a walk. I can see sheep up on the hillside up there. Having lost the sun, we've got a reflected sunset because there's actual sunsets behind us over the other side of the mountain, but we've now got the moon. What a lovely scene to end our day. Although we haven't finished yet because we've still got a little bit of walking to do. Drop down off of this ridge into Elter Water. And just look at this sky. Oh, and there's bats flying around up there. That's amazing. So we've reached the end of our walk. We are back in Elter Water. Behind me is the Britannia Arms. Great place to finish with a beer. And over here is Slate's, which is a lovely coffee shop come cafe. Not open this in the evenings, well, only at weekends. I'll stand here because then I've got the street light on, otherwise you can't see me. It's got so late and dark. Anyway, so we're back in Elter Water. What an awesome day this has been. Absolutely spectacular walk. I hope you've enjoyed it. It was around 8 miles, maybe a bit more, I'm not sure, but 8 miles-ish, and we've not rushed it at all because we've been taking so many photos, to be truthful. But what a lot it had to offer. Fantastic paths, amazing light, very little wind, interesting things to see along the way. We've had a bit of everything really, woodlands, fell tops. So yeah, it's been absolutely spectacular. Now I think it's time to replace some of those fluids that we've lost on the way round. So this is just to say thanks for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it. There'll be more coming soon because we're in the Lake District for the week. So we will be back again very soon with another video. But for now, this is me, the Dorset Rambler, saying until next time. And Dorset Rambler and Son, I should say. Saying, oh, you can't see me. Saying until next time. There's a car coming.